Welcome. The highlights of the opening day's play of the second Test match between Australia and New Zealand at Bellerive Oval in Hobart. Wonderful conditions for the start of play, and these were the two teams announced by the skippers. First of all, the Australians. Glenn McGrath has gone to 12th man. The Australians are playing both spinners, Shane Warne and Tim May. They're bringing them together again after their success in the Ashes battle in 1993. And the New Zealanders, well, unfortunately, Chris Cairns is out. Last-minute withdrawal on the morning of the match. Simon Doull is in and Richard de Groen. They come into the side to boost the pace bowling. Willie Watson is still out through injury, and Martin Crowe is back in New Zealand. Young is the 12th man for New Zealand.
Great stuff, Michael Slater. 10 runs off the over. A blistering start by the Australian pair. No wicket for 31. Driven straight down through mid-off. Not quite off the meat of the bat, but fast outfield. Running towards the boundary. They should run for.
That's the way things are going for Australia, finding the gap. Things not going right for Danny Morrison.
It's got him. Yes, he's caught in the gully. Well, just as we were talking about, the New Zealanders really paying. Taylor has gone for a slash outside off stump. It's hit high on the bat and gone flying away to gully. And so at last, New Zealand have latched onto one, and the Australians have lost their first wicket.
Danny Morrison, because he's a wonderful team man, will be very pleased about that. But he's had the two put down off him, something to boost Murphy's confidence. We'll come back in just a moment. Mark Taylor out for 27.
Oh, what a slashing cover drive from David Boone. Brings up 1,000 runs against New Zealand in Test matches, and that was a superb shot. It was a half volley from Murphy Sewer, and he thrashed it through the covers. Michael Slater, a young athlete, calls early, got response from David Boone. They're really making it hard for the New Zealand fieldsmen and bowlers. Good crowd in for the first day. Slater in top touch. That'll bring up his 50s on 40-70. He punches it through mid-wicket. This should go all the way. 6-4 is a fine innings and a very positive start by Australia in the second Test match. It's a nice on drive from David Boone, sweetly timed. He could run four here. Slater's quick. It's good running for the Boone. Well played, dropped in short, he's pulled it away for four. Wonderful exhibition here from Michael Slater. Anything short or four, he's punched away. That's his 7th boundary.
Well, that one quite close to off stump. No one down in that area at third man, so... Oh, he smashed that one. Boone loves him in that area. Anything wide outside off stump, he'll murder. So 9 runs off that over, an expensive one for New Zealand. It's 1 for 127. What advice did you have? That one going down to the boundary for 4. Good shot by Boone. He's playing that ball outside off stump very well.
Straight down the ground, diving effort, no luck at all. That's 4 more. Slater prepared to come at Deepak Patel. Good tactics, new bowler on, straight to him, 4 runs. Oh, shot. Perfect cover drive, some width. Patel prepared to throw it up. Slater equals the challenge. 9 boundaries to Michael Slater at Bellerive. Australia away to a great start in the second Test match after Alan Border has won the toss. That brings up his 50 in great fashion, working the ball through mid-wicket. The run, but continues for David Boone. Welcome back. The breeze from the north, quite strong, quite hot. Unusual day for Hobart. And what is generally a disappointing fielding display so far by New Zealand. And there's Boone, beautifully played through the covers. 4 more. Superb use of the feet.
Another change in the bowling. Simon Doull coming on from the Bellerive.
Simon Doull come in, bowl right arm over the wicket. He's no more than medium fast. Bowled with a bit of purpose this morning.
loves that one. He loves that shot. Anything up and on leg stump, he really does play it beautifully. And there's another example of the ball really hitting the meat of David Boone's bat, flying away square on the leg side. That's well played. That's his 100. He'll come back for the second. Michael Slater, that's his second Test 100. He's first in Australia, and he's first against New Zealand. He's hit that one right across the line and over the top. He's going to score the second 200 a lot quicker than the first 200 if he does it.
Hammered through the covers. That's a good start for Slater after the break. Running down the hill, will go all the way for 4. And good afternoon, Ian Chappell.
Good afternoon, Bill.
So Patel again to Slater. And that's a good shot. Straight down the ground, over the top. Nearly takes a seagull on its way through. And that brings up his 150. So Slater down the wicket there, blasted that one back over the umpire's head. What a good shot that was. There he goes again, and that's his highest Test score. Into the fence it goes.
Shouts of catch it, and that's been done at point. So Deepak Patel with the ball that drifts away from Slater, just beat him through the air, caught a thick outside edge, and Danny Morrison, the man who takes the catch. Michael Slater out after scoring his second Test century.
Good effort, nice delivery. Patel's coming round the wicket now. It's drifted away from Slater and beaten him in the air. And a good catch, low down and coming at sharp speed. A very good effort. So Michael Slater put by Morrison off Patel for 168.
He's got it away. That's David Boone's 100. Listen to the cheer. That's his 18th Test 100, 13th in Australia, 3rd against New Zealand, and he's first in his home. So David Boone raises his bat there. Everyone has a cheer. Have a look at them there, out of their seats. This is a big moment down here in Tasmania. Oh, he's hit it straight to gully. Well, that really did go slowly off the bat. Boone looked as if he was trying to play that customary smash through the offside there, and it literally lobbed up to gully. He'd be very disappointed with that. Boone is out for 106. Have a look at it again.
It was quite short and wide, and Boone slashed at it, hit it straight to the square of the 2 gullies. Good captaincy by rather than having the 2 gullies in for David Boone. Dool picks up a vital wicket for New Zealand with the second new ball, and Boone out for 106. 3 for 335.
Well, that's a good shot from Border. That's a class shot too. Running away down to the boundary. They'll get 4 for that as well.
Beautifully played by Alan Border off his hip through mid-wicket, racing out towards the boundary. Goes into the fence, and Deepak Patel there not going flat out because of an injury, brings up the 400 for 3. That ball keeps low, and he plays that superbly. Waited for the ball to come to him on middle leg and whipped it down the hill with the wind. Could go almost all the way. It does. Fine shot. Superbly timed.
Oh, he's flayed that one through the offside. Down the wicket he went and literally flayed it through extra cover. The sort of shot we've come to associate with Merv Hughes' batting over the years. Was that a go at that? That's 4. Magnificently played. Right into the gap on the offside. Right off the meat of the bat it was to Alan Border. Trots down, shakes him by the hand. And that's the 3rd century of the innings. That's his 5th Test 100, 3rd in Australia, 1st against New Zealand. And what a fantastic effort it was too.
Fine shot by Border. And the 3rd man doesn't cut that off. That brings up 50 for Alan Border. Just a run machine, 10,000 runs plus, averaging 50. What more can you say about the Australian skipper? Fires away down to fine leg. That's 4 more. This time he pulls it through mid-wicket. 4 all the way. Found the gap beautifully. Out, straight to mid-on. Mark Waugh loses concentration. Richard de Groen gets his first wicket against Australia. A sad end to a fine innings.
Yes, well, Mark Waugh looking to get on with it. In fact, that's one of the few shots that really one would call a rash shot. Looking to hit the ball back over mid-on and really getting under it and miscuing it somewhat. But Richard de Groen picks up his first Test wicket. He's happy with that. That's a simple catch, and you don't drop those ones, Bill.
No, the end of a great innings, and that was a breakthrough. Some relief for New Zealand. They're in a lot of trouble at 4 for 485, but fine knock from Mark Waugh. Superb batsman. That's what people want to see. Straight play, boundaries all around the wicket.
But he's not going to get it because he's not picked a slower ball, I would say, and he's not pleased about that little performance from Danny Morrison. I think he's given Danny a bit of a blast, and he's getting it returned in fine now.
Just looking at that, it might have been the slower ball, but Alan Border just pops the catch back to Danny Morrison, who hangs onto the catch, and I think that's the only way he's going to get a wicket caught and bowled, because the fielders haven't been too kind to him during this game.
Yeah, well, Border succeeded in taking the smile off his face with whatever he said to him. And he's out for 60. Australia 5 for 501. Now, I think they're probably looking to get him on the front foot driving. He likes to drive on the rise a little bit, and perhaps they're hoping for the leg cutter to finish up in one of the gully's hands. And it's finished up at mid-on. Taken at the second attempt, but Ian Healy is gone. Richard de Groen has picked up Ian Healy's wicket. So a bit of a collapse here for Australia.
Ian Healy just looking to hit over mid-on. Plays the shot rather well. Didn't quite get that one. And a bit of a juggling display shown there. It was, in the end, a fairly safe catch. Simon Doull, good catch. Made a little bit of a, I suppose, scare, but getting it on the second grab.
6 for 502.
Beautifully played, that one. He's whipped that one away down towards square leg, right off the meat of the back again. And those are the totals that they've made a contribution to, that record partnership here in Hobart. Smashed away. He really has got hold of that one, and one bounce over the fence it goes. Very short delivery. The rifle now starting to turn it on. Through the field again, and that'll go to the boundary too. Well, Rifle certainly playing some lovely shots. 8 runs from that over. 6 for 544, and as we speak, Alan Border has called the batsman off the ground. So the Australians have declared 6 for 544.
That was a great performance by the Australians, and a very good declaration by Alan Border. This is the way the card finished up at 6 for 544. Unbeaten batsman Steve Waugh on 25, Paul Rifle 23, a wonderful knock from Mark Waugh. That was one of the reasons Alan Border was able to declare when he did, a little in advance of what might have been the case, and Border himself made 60. 6 for 544 from 139 overs. We join the reply by the New Zealanders now at no wicket for 6. Great Batch has all of those. Here he is facing McDermott.
The New Zealand batsmen certainly need to forget about what happened in the field. Mark Great Batch putting a couple of catches down, and New Zealand fielding display somewhat indifferent. Well, that's all behind them now. The job ahead of them is to get some runs and to try to avoid the follow-on. That's quite a big task. Maybe tomorrow night we'd be in a better position to negotiate that problem.
No ball was called there by umpire Hare. Ian Healy getting a rather bad bounce. He's found the gap. That ball going downwind, races away to the first boundary of the innings.
Be nice to open the innings not only in Test cricket but also in one-day cricket, where he has very much a cavalier approach.
Straight to Tim May, perfectly placed by Alan Border. Great Batch is hanging about to see if it was caught, but I've got some bad news for him. It carried to Tim May.
Certainly a big blow for New Zealand losing Great Batch so early. Does tend to get out that way on the leg side quite a lot. It's the ball in the air. It's very good field placing by Alan Border, and Tim May does take that catch. So New Zealand lose their first wicket. It's Great Batch gone for 12.
Fine shot from Andrew Jones. The pull shot brings up 4 runs.
Yes, that is well played by Jones. Wasn't that short, but the line wasn't quite right.
Aware that the hills are now covered in with some cloud and a little bit of rain away to our left. And the players are looking towards the umpires, and I think this may be it for a moment. Yes, the umpire's knocking the bails off. That's unfortunate with the New Zealand at 1 for 26.
Yes, he's given him. He's gone. Well, bails or no bails, it's all over.
It's pretty well bowled by Mark Waugh, just keeping the pressure on. The LBW, we see here Mark Waugh just hitting on the pad in front and looks very adjacent. I would say plumb myself, but Mark Waugh very happy with that.
And Blair Pocock just getting a little too far across. Out for 9, 2 for 47. So Ken Rutherford, the captain of this New Zealand side, he's taken over from Martin Crowe. Not that impressive a career average there. 40 Test matches he's played altogether. And that looked to me as if that was an edge.
Just having a look at this now, it's a bottom edge, and by Ian Healy's reaction, I don't think he thought it was going to carry.
Tim May is going to continue in the commentary box now. Bill Laurie, and with him is Richie Benno.
Shout, good catch. Dropped it. He made some ground there, David Boone. He dived away to his left. It was in the air for some time. Probably the wind blew it away even further. A very good effort. Good afternoon, Richie Benno.
Bill Laurie, good evening, everyone. It's a wonderful fielder close in there. Got it, but that was a wonderful effort.
Great Batch out for 12, Pocock for 9. Mark Waugh continues. Out, dropped.
And
there's the third one. There was a hook shot. Warren was at backward square leg. And you see Mark with his hands on his hips. He's waited for overs for the batsman to play a hook shot. Rutherford obliged, and Warren put it down. Difficult conditions for the fieldsmen and bowlers here today.
This will be no fun for Shane Warne with that breeze sweeping across the ground like this, but he's a good enough young bowler to be able to learn from it. One thing that will happen is, not to the extent we saw just there, but the breeze will drag the ball down.
So New Zealand with their backs really against the wall in the second day. It's a top spinner and it's crunched away. Finds a gap nicely. They'll go all the way down the hill. That's 4. That's a confidence builder.
Into the breeze and helping him drift it away. Oh, and that's got him. Yes, he's out caught. First slip. That's very well bowled. May getting that one to go on with the arm. What he did there, it looked to me as if he just didn't spin it quite so much. Hit the outside edge of the bat and went flying to slip.
Certainly a very big wicket for Australia here. Tim May just getting that ball to just pitch outside the off stump there. Just turned a little bit, and Rutherford just poking at the ball there, and that's well taken by Taylor. He doesn't drop them there. So New Zealand's first wicket is down this morning. So New Zealand now have lost 3 wickets. It's 84 for 3.
The new batsman is Deepak Nashibai Patel. Goes off spinners himself, so he should have some idea of what May is up to. He's got onto that one. Swept that one away down towards square leg. McDermott's the man down there. He'll pick it up. He's got a lovely arm, McDermott. You watch this throw come in. Whack, straight into the gloves.
Just wide of Boone, down to rifle at fine leg. Andrew Jones, the in-form batsman, played his shots in Perth, particularly off the back foot. He played some cracking square drives and cover drives. At the moment, very watchful against the off-spinner.
Well, his aim will be to make a slow 150, I would think. He'd probably prefer, because he's that sort of player, to make a fast 150, but the circumstances of the game will dictate some of New Zealand's planning. But they will get themselves into trouble if they don't take every opportunity to score. And there's a good example.
Good clean hit. And the ball over square leg, much more power than Deepak Patel. Jones with a very good career average there, 46. Real gutsy player, and does like to put the odd ball away and hit that right off the meat of the bat. He's gone for it again. That's a good hit. That's straighter. That's the way to go. Andrew Jones bring up the second boundary. It's 3 for 100. Andrew Jones on 47. He's gone for it. Doesn't beat Border at mid-wicket. Rutherford prepared to hit with the spin. Correction. Rutherford's out. That's Jones. Jones on 47.
May's working on a different basis now, and Jones will have to watch that, and he's gone. That's well done. Second attempt by Healy. The Australians have claimed another wicket. We'll need the replay to see exactly how it got through, because we're behind Healy and the slip fielder here.
Yes, fumble. He's got it with the left hand.
That was quite a clear deflection. That's well bowled by May again. It's the top spinner that's got through the batsman's defences, just found the outside edge. Clear deflection away. So much so that Healy fumbled it at the first go, grabbed it at the second. Jones has gone for 47. Caught Healy, bowled May.
It's Harris, the new batsman. A wonderful effort by Tim May. Alan Border making the change, switching the bowlers around. Beautiful delivery, because Jones was in good touch. So he points shortly and a slip in for Chris Harris. Good catch, got him, brilliant work, Mark Waugh. What a catch. Harris out for duck. Excellent performance here from Tim May, but that was a gem of a catch. It was low and it went quickly off the bat pad, and New Zealand lose their 5th wicket.
Tim May's on fire here today. Well, pad then bat, or bat then pad, but no doubt for anyone there. Tim May has another one. He's having a terrific morning. Harris is gone, and 5 for 107. Drinks coming out on the field.
Welcome back. Tony Blaine, the New Zealand wicketkeeper, is the new batsman. Average of 22, just 7 test matches, and his highest score just over 50. He's walked into a minefield here. Tim May's on fire. 3 for 34 his figures, and here he goes now. Whoops, and once again that one popping up on the offside, and once again Mark Waugh hovering there, ready for another catch. Now that really was a fantastic catch, one who went diving forward, getting rid of Harris. Let's have another look at it.
Yes, he's brilliant in any position, Mark Waugh, but this was an exceptionally good catch. Full stretch to his left. That is a marvellous performance when you're so close to the bat, and as always right in the middle of the hand. Terrific effort there by Mark Waugh. What a game he's having. Quick scoring century. He's got a wicket, had a catch dropped off his bowling, and now he's taken a blinder.
Yes, just to reiterate what Ian Chapp was saying there, that was magnificently taken. Watch his hand. When he goes forward, the ball actually goes right into the middle of the hand. It's not slightly left, slightly right of the fingers. It's not in the end. It goes straight into the centre. Oh, he's hit that in the air and just wide of the fieldsman. That could have gone anywhere. But as Ian Chappell said, some initiative's got to be taken here. And there's no doubt that simply pushing and prodding is going to get them into trouble. This sort of action may just result in a slight change to the field. Have a look at the shot.
I'm not sure that that sort of shot will bring about too many changes to the field. I think all that'll do is encourage Tim May.
Plenty of suntan cream there being used. It's a nice sunny day here. Just a little bit of a breeze. Oh, he's got him. Yes, caught slip. No problem at all. Off the glove, I'd say. Well, there we are. That is the case of the batsman getting forward. The ball bouncing just a little bit, and he really did lunge it at the end of the day. And what a little dolly to first slip. Mark Taylor.
It's the perfect leg spinner's delivery. Bit of spin and a bit of bounce. Bounces and catches virtually the shoulder of the bat and straight to Mark Taylor. So Shane Warne now joining in the picnic as the spin twins go to work. It's 6 for 117.
New batsman is Murphy Longo Sua, born in Wanganui. And, sorry, I better get that right, Wanganui, born in Wanganui. And now lives and plays for Auckland. Made his debut against England in the season 91-92, so he's out there to face the music now.
It's full. Carson gets it away. Attempted Roman. First sign of an aggressive shot from Blaine, and he hit nicely. Big shout, that could be close. We'll have to spin and straighten up, coming around the wicket. Have a good look at that. Good shot. Perfect cover drive. Beautifully timed by Tony Blaine. They throwing it up, drifting with the wind, and Blaine right onto the half volley. Got him. Great catch. Good pair of hands. Murphy Sewell thinks it's a bump ball. No doubt in the mind of Mark Taylor and Shane Warne. Umpire Bill Sheehan had the finger up quickly. Murphy Sewell certainly stood his ground. Yep. 7th wicket down at 137.
Just have a look at it here. The ball just bouncing there off the edge. Definitely a catch, and that will be lunch. But Murphy Sewell indicating there he wasn't very happy with it. Thought it was a bump ball, Bill, but we see by the replay it's bounced first, hit the edge of the bat, and Mark Taylor's taken his 3rd catch in this innings. He's a very, very safe sleeps fieldsman.
Yeah, so lunch on the 3rd day, New Zealand in trouble. 7 for 137.
And that's gone straight to Mark Waugh off the bat of Danny Morrison. May have been bat on to pad, but certainly hit the bat. And a simple catch on that occasion for Mark Waugh. So Mark Waugh and Mark Taylor certainly getting plenty of catches.
All the New Zealand batsmen today have been subjected to this sort of pressure. Accurate bowling, batsmen just pushing at the ball. Bat pad in there, an easy catch. Morrison, another duck in this Test series. Might be 17 now that he's got in his career. He's getting close to a world record. 8 for 138.
The Australians picked up 5 for 56 in that first session. Now they've picked up another wicket. Tim May getting his 4th. His victim, Danny Morrison.
Simon Doull's Test performance doesn't make happy reading for New Zealand. He's only playing his 2nd Test match. He scored 2 runs in all, but I should point out that he has scored a first-class 100, highest score of 108 in his 34 matches to date. So he can hit the ball.
Big shout there from Shane Warne. He's been given. Looked like the flipper just slightly pushing onto the front foot, Simon Doull, but really basically across the crease. So umpire Sheehan, who's a left-handed umpire, no hesitation.
Almost the kiss of death based on the batsman there, but that ball just scurried through straight. No doubt about that. Simon Doull ends up with another naught. There's just a few too many of them in the New Zealand order at the moment. New Zealand in all sorts of trouble. 9 for 139.
Richard de Groen playing in his first test match faces Shane Warne. He gets the flipper as well, just sliding down leg side. So Warne now has figures of 3 for 31, having picked up Simon Dool in that over. Blaine has decided to attack, and he's hit that pretty well.
Definitely is the right approach here by Tony Blaine. It's very positive by him. Can hit the ball, there's no doubt about that. He shows very good defensive qualities, but he has played some very nice shots today, particularly through the offside and covers, but he's opting to get a few shots on the onside away since lunch.
That's good attacking batting. This time he goes through the offside, beautifully hit. Good aggressive batting from Blaine. Good batting again. Border has come in to save the single, and Blaine has very nearly hit a 6. One bounce and over. That's his 7th boundary.
There's a bit of cat and mouse out there between the batsmen, bowlers and the fielders. To keep Blaine away from the strike if possible.
This time he decides to take on the long on, and he's holed out. So Tim May picking up a 5-fer. Shane Warne got 3, and Shane Warne aiding his off-spinning mate there by taking the last catch. So the third 5-fer for Tim May, but his best figures in Test cricket were the 5 for 9. 5 for 65 in this case. A very good bowling performance from both Tim May and Shane Warne.
Certainly well bowled by May, and Tony Blaine accepting the challenge, hit it well. That's a very well judged catch. He moved back quite a while, but he has taken it quite simply, Shane Warne. So May has certainly deserved his match figures, innings figures of 5 for 65. He has bowled well, used the conditions beautifully, well supported in the field. And really the New Zealand batsmen haven't got too many answers to Tim May and Shane Warne. So when they come out in the second innings, the approach may have to be a little bit different than what it was in the first innings, where the close fielders and the tight bowling really create a lot of pressure for the New Zealand batsmen. He pushed and poked and prodded at the ball and eventually got themselves out.
That's the first ball of the New Zealand second innings. They're still 383 behind Australia. They bowled out for 161 in reply to Australia's 6 for 544. So that's a deficit of 383.
In the air, gone, caught second slip, and he's out for a duck. That's a big wicket to Australia. That really did go flying away towards Wall, but once again he latches onto it, no trouble at all.
Just have a look at that again. Craig McDermott angling the ball across, a little bit off the seam. Mark Graypat pushes at it, and Mark Wall makes it look so easy in the slips, and Craig McDermott very happy there. And the score 1 for 1. Mark Graypat's out. 1 for 1.
Welcome back. Andrew Jones out there for the second time today. He's got a very good batting average. This is probably the best batsman in the New Zealand side. He's average at the moment 46. He was not out overnight, so he's been batting today. This is McDermott again. Well, that one's hit straight back at him. He's gone straight past McDermott, just slightly over pitching there. The outfield still quite quick. And, it looks as if that one's gone just short of the side screen. Oh, that's a good shot. That one's hit square on the offside. It's running away to the boundary. That section of the outfield's very quick. So into the fence it goes, right off the meat of the bat.
There it is, and he goes for it, just wide of border. Going to go all the way for the boundary for 4, so Jones prepared to take the attack up to the bowl.
Yeah, that was pretty well played. It went in the air, but he quite deliberately hit it in front of square leg. Borders behind square, so's rifle. So Jones will have in his mind, whenever he plays He's going to hit it in front of the umpire. That's going to take those 2 men out of play.
I think that's the way you should play Mark Waugh too. You cannot be forced back by a man of his pace. Good bowler, but not certainly. Especially goes again, he gets onto this one. Border's got it! Straight down his throat. Well, there you go. This time he didn't hit it square. He's hit it backward, and the plan worked for Alan Border. Good captaincy. Probably poor batting on that occasion to go to the well twice, and Mark Waugh strikes again.
There is a scale of captaincy that runs from 1 to 10. This is 10 out of 10. Can't do anything better than that. Andrew Jones is caught border, bowled Mark Waugh, bowled it perfectly. Was well captained, and Jones is back for 18. Caught border, bowled Mark Waugh. It's 2 for 29.
And Rutherford, the captain of New Zealand, comes to the crease and he sides in real strife at 2 for 29, particularly with Jones out for 18.
So New Zealand out for 161, 383 behind. And here's one of their tormentors of the first innings, Tim May.
Well, Rutherford's approach is certainly to attack Tim May. Tim May got him out very early this morning after the second over of the match, of the day. And so Rutherford, who does not like to be tied down, will certainly try and get down to Tim May, use his feet, and he did on that occasion. Didn't really hit it that well. Certainly he's declared his intentions. I'd like a little more loft on that one.
Once again, not quite off the middle of the bat, but it's going to have the desired result. 2 successive boundaries there to Ken Rutherford. Well, it looks as though Mark Waugh is going out of the attack because Shane Warne is now coming on into the breeze, which probably means that Tim May will be bowling from the Church Street end, which will be down breeze. And Rutherford going right over the top of mid-wicket, very short. In fact, that's exactly the same as the way he started in the first innings. Shane Warne with a short one.
Good shot, poor ball, pulled away. Rutherford in good touch, getting the long hop, pulling it straight over the man at mid-wicket, Alan Border. That's a good positive sign from the New Zealand skipper.
Oh, that's wonderful. We saw a classic from Shane Warne in the first innings. There's another one there, and a brilliant piece of work from Ian Healy, who's just been a bit untidy at different stages today, but that's a classic dismissal.
Well, Pocock has been bogged down. He tried to get down the wicket a little bit, didn't really get too far at all, missed it, and that's a very efficient, quick stumping there by Ian Healy. Warne's delighted. So that innings of 132 minutes now comes to an end. Pocock out for 15. New Zealand 3 for 84.
New batsman is Deepak Patel.
And that's the reply.
Every so often, Shane Warne does bowl one a bit short.
It's a fine shot by Ken Rutherford, a no ball. And that's been firmly driven through the covers for 4 runs. That's a fine shot from Ken Rutherford. He now moves to 51, and that's his 7th boundary. Will Ken Rutherford be happy about that? That's what Rutherford thinks of that short delivery from Paul Rifle. Not very well bowled. It didn't bounce too much, but certainly well played by Ken Rutherford. And that goes for 4. New Zealand's 100 up, the loss of 3 wickets.
And it's bowled him. So that must have spun a long way. Rutherford actually looked as though he might have missed the ball on the full, so he'll be very annoyed with himself, because when you get a ball like that, passing the bat on the full outside leg stump, you should deal with it.
So looking at it here, Shane Warne bowling there. Just hit in the rough, as you can see there, and very well bowled. Gets a number of dismissals like that, Shane Warne, and had a few in England. Graham Gooch in the 5th Test in the 2nd innings. Very similar dismissal.
It's 4 for 103. Chris Harris comes in at number 6. He has a career average in Test cricket of 14. He made a duck in the first innings, so he's on a pair. Deepak Patel has decided that he's going to take the offensive against Tim May.
I think it could be a good way to go, because if you try and just bat out time there, they've got 2.5 days to bat.
Big shout from Tim May, and he's been given. Umpire Sheehan has adjudged Patel LBW. Might have been the quicker one.
Very well bowled by Tim May, keeping the pressure on. Tempting Patel into a false shot. We'll just have a look at it here. Down the wicket, hits him fairly low and fairly well in front. And it's a huge shout by the Australians, and that's just about out.
It's 5 for 111. Tony Blaine, who played so well in the first innings, he was the last man out, really threw his wicket away trying to get some runs when he was in with the number 11. Finally, Chris Harris is off the pair. He'll be most relieved about that.
Good shot, picked it on the up, over mid-wicket, safe as a church. That's 4. One ball remaining to end the third day's play of the second Test match at Belrive. Talking to himself, Chris Harris saying, come on, or one more. Oh, it gets an edge and races away to backward point for a single, so it stumps on the second day. New Zealand 5 for 127, all out for 161 in the first innings. Lead by call from that final delivery. So 5 for 127. Great batch of duck. Pocock 15, Jones 18, Rutherford 58, Patel 16, the batsman out, Harris not out 4, Blaine not out 9, extras 10, 5 for 127. Australia needs another 250. New Zealand needs another 256 runs to force Australia to bat again.
Chris Harris, Tony Blaine is the non-striker, and in the commentary box, Sir Richard Hadley, and with him is Bill Laurie.
Good morning, as Shane Warne prepares to come in from the river end. Harris pushing the ball away with his pad. Very cool morning here in Hobart, but a great opportunity for the two spinners to break through before the batsmen are set. Chris Harris, the left-hander, on strike. Non-strikers in Tony Blaine. Yes, it's pretty cool as well, so McDermott probably bowling within himself early on. He's bowled very well in this match. Picked up great batch twice, and that's a good breakthrough for his captain. On the other hand, Tony Blaine is prepared to play a shot or two. I thought he batted quite well in the first innings. He's not a fashionable player, but he has got great concentration. Ian Healy fumbles again. He hasn't had a great match with the gloves, Ian Healy. I thought he was very good in Perth, but here just 1 or 2 fumbles. He's been a bit lucky. He juggled one catch and caught it on the second grab. Not one nice stumping, but just letting the odd one go through. May coming around the wicket to Chris Harris. Got him, tried to hit it. The arm ball coming on. Harris trying to hit somewhere at backward point, and May strikes again.
Well, it's certainly very difficult trying to cut a straight ball, and Chris Harris trying to give himself a bit of room by leaning back outside the off stump, outside the leg stump. And really, May pushing that ball through. That's too tight to cut. And that's the end result. So May strikes. New Zealand in more trouble at 133 for 6.
Harris out for 4, 6 for 133. Murphy Sewer, the new batsman, taking guard from umpire Darryl Hare. Good bowling performance by May. It's been the arm ball that's done the damage in this match, the one that's come on or not turned a lot. And that was a poor shot from Chris Harris. He'd be disappointed with that. It's Good shot. Misfield. Wide full rifle. 2 to Tony Blaine.
Ian Chappell was talking about the possibility of Shane Warne bowling. He's on now. Murphy Sewer is taking strike. Tony Blaine, who's made 21 and has annoyed 1 or 2 people out in the field, is there also and is playing very well indeed. Murphy Sewer has made 5. Sir Richard Hadley with me in the commentary box. Morning, Richard.
Good afternoon, Richie. Yes, Tony Blaine's been there a long time, 104 minutes at the moment, but with Warne coming into the attack. The first time today, he's just going to take a little while to settle down with his line and length. Certainly extracting some spin there. Both batsmen very subdued at the moment. One suspects that their approach could be a little more positive, Richie. It's all right occupying the crease, but there are 2 days to bat. A lot of runs to get to make Australia bat again. This is the type of thing that can happen when you're just pushing and poking at the ball, that sooner or later one will bounce a little bit more, and might have got a little bit of a glove on that. Really making a valiant effort to try and catch it. So if the ball's there to be hit, you might as well have a go at it.
That's very well bowled. Sewer was trying to come down the track there. That is beautifully bowled. Just watch Shane Warne's hand in the replay. It's a lovely delivery with leg spin, side spin and overspin on it. It drops into the breeze and it just leaves Murphy Sewer short of where he wants to be.
Yes, it certainly is well bowled at turn 2, and it just hit the bottom of the bat and it's gone onto the stump, so it's played on, but the bowler certainly takes the credit for that. He certainly deceived Murphy Sewer. So Sewer's innings, he's been there quite a while, 48 minutes, out for 5, New Zealand 7 for 149.
Welcome back. Danny Morrison is the new batsman coming out for New Zealand. Last man out, Murphy Sewer. We'll show you his dismissal in just a few moments, but you'll see from the side-on shot that he was well short. He expected to get the ball in the half volley. And it's not the first time Shane Warne has had people play on. He did that in England 2 or 3 times, simply because of the enormous amount of spin, side spin and overspin he gets on the ball.
So Murphy Sewer just getting the bottom of the bat there, trying to get down, not quite far enough. And it's just nicked the top of the leg bail.
And he has gone as well. The other aspect about Danny Morrison's innings this morning is that he's again made naught. He's done that on many occasions in Test cricket, 18 in all, and it's become, I suspect, something of a nervous twitch for him now.
Well, Morrison desperate to get off the mark, and that ball straightened. One would say it's probably the wrong one. Morrison being deceived again, so he walks back. He's probably got a slight smile on his face, but one would suggest he is bitterly disappointment. Chandrasekhar has a world record 23 ducks in Test cricket. Well, Morrison now has 18, and he scored 3 ducks in a row against the Australian bowlers. New Zealand 8 for 149.
New batsman in at the moment, but it's a change of over, so Simon Doull is the non-striker. Good shot for 4. Tony Blaine might be aggravating out there, but he's also played pretty well, Richard.
He certainly has. Big front foot player and gives it the full flourish. Anything just over pitched outside the off stump, he really does play it beautifully. So he's not afraid to hit the ball, but his defensive qualities too are very good indeed. He's been out there a long, long time. Only 2 hours for his 25. So he's really played very well for New Zealand. He's just shown you, New Zealand batsman, what he can do with admirable technique, great concentration, and still prepared to hit the ball.
The one thing we can say is that from the way Tony Blaine has played, there is nothing at all wrong with the pitch. He's shown that it's just a normal, yesterday 3rd day pitch, today normal 4th day pitch. Bit of spin there. Very little uneven bounce, and he's quite prepared to carry the attack to the Australians at the right moment. Uses his head, uses his common sense. He can pick up 3 and keep the strike. That's good cricket. 8 for 156. Caught and bowled. Not sure. At the last moment, I think he was asking the umpire, might it be a bump ball?
Well, I think it's fairly straightforward. There's no doubt that it was caught and bowled here, but I do recall that at Lilac Hill in the first game, it was a bump ball that he actually walked to, so perhaps he's questioning it on this occasion. But definitely that's out. So Shane Warne has the last say. Real character is Tony Blaine, but he's gone for 29. He's got a 9 for 158.
Richard de Groen is the new batsman. He's facing Shane Warne. Shane Warne has 5 for 28 from 19.2 overs and 9 maidens. Astonishing figures. He has bowled wonderfully well, bowled beautifully yesterday. Richard de Groen, who's known to his friends as Trev, I assume.
No, definitely not. In the first innings, he's got the same gloves on, but they're autographed cricket gloves by Greg Trappel. But now he's got brother Trev. Real character on his gloves there. Good hit. Good approach from Richard de Groen. That gets him off the mark. It gets him scoring runs in Test cricket. A rather big heave straight back over the bowler's head mid-on for 3 runs. So that's well played by Richard de Groen. So bit of a character out there.
We've got a lot of humourists in this side, Richard. Is this the new face of New Zealand cricket?
I think we need it. We're being well beaten here, and obviously can't dwell on things too much. There's no need for New Zealand to panic. It's been a mediocre performance, to say the least. But the series is still alive. Chance to square it at Brisbane.
And that's it. It may be alive as a series, but this match is dead. Shane Warne has picked up his 6th wicket. He has 6 for 31. And a terrific performance from him and the other spinner, Tim May. They went turnabout in this match. 5 wickets in the first innings to May and 2 in the second. 3 wickets in the first to Warne and 6 in the second. And the game is finished at round 12:22 on the 4th afternoon. And the Australian spinners have done a magnificent job. Last man out, Simon Doull caught May bowled Warne for 1 and 161 for New Zealand, their favourite score.
Yes, well, they got that in the first innings as well, but full marks to the Australians. They have played
544, and then to demolish New Zealand twice in such a manner, just one great performance, and they can be very proud of that. These are the cards of the match. First of all, the Australians, after they won the toss, made that figure 6 for 544. Taylor was out early, and then 3 centuries for Slater 168, Boone 106, Mark Waugh 111. Border played well for his 60, and Steve Waugh, well, he didn't have very much time, but he still made 25, and Paul Rifle was stroking the ball well for 23. The declaration came, it was a good one, 6 for 544 before tea on the second day. That is a tremendous batting performance, and it gave the spin bowlers an opportunity. The New Zealand bowlers themselves had all sorts of trouble. This was a very good cricket pitch here. There's plenty there for the batsmen. There's a bit there for the bowlers on the first and second days, but a real struggle for New Zealand. 1 for 125 for Morrison, who is clearly the best of the bowlers. Sewer 1 for 102, Doull 1 for 99, de Groen 2 for 113, and Patel 1 for 78. Morrison dreadfully unlucky once again. He's a class act, Danny Morrison, with the ball, not quite so much with the bat, but he's had no luck at all in this series so far. Now, New Zealand, in reply to that 6 for 544, 161 in the first innings. Andrew Jones, I thought, played wonderfully well again, as he did in Perth in the first Test match. And Tony Blaine was there for a long time for his 40, did very well once more, 12 extras in the 161 from 82.3 overs. Then the Australian bowling, the spinners dominating, Tim May 5 for 65 and Shane Warne 3 for 36. And in their second attempt, the New Zealanders made 161 again. 55 to Ken Rutherford and 29 to Tony Blaine, 161 all out. And the bowling for the Australians once again, the spinners, Tim May, this time 2 for 45, and Shane Warne, 19.5 overs, 9 maidens and 6 for 31.